Okay, I've kind of been busy to say the least, but I haven't had any chance to do any videos for the blog, so thought I better get caught up. By the way, I hope you like my shirt here, Paris, France. Long story, but my daughter's school ended up in spring break in Europe. Don't know how a church planter's daughter got to Europe, but it was awesome. She's in the orchestra. She plays the violin, and she was there, but. I guess in the midst of all that and kind of rambling here on a couple of things, last week a good friend of mine, Daryl Price, that I do some work with for the Georgia Baptist Convention, he's on the church planting team, and I got to be in St. Louis and be a part of a national conference, really as learners, but also to, I think God was speaking into our heart about some practitioner stuff and strategies. It's called the Ethnic Workers Summit, and it's the most amazing conference there ever is. Just talks about how God is using people to reach the nations. Churches are starting to look more multi-ethnic, more multicultural, things like that. It was great. It was in St. Louis. Really awesome to be with Daryl Price, great guy. And then got in town for 1027 on Sunday. I guess really, honestly, I guess all this kind of rambling too is related to not busyness, but just kind of an immense amount of stuff piled into kind of like 1 week or two, or maybe it's actually 3 weeks now. But got to 1027 on Sunday morning after getting back from St. Louis on Saturday night. God just showed up at 1027 church in a miraculous way on Sunday, and I guess I'm kind of biased, but I think he does often, and just really appreciative for so many wonderful people that do so many wonderful things at 1027 Church. And I think God's gonna and is using 1027 Church to change and care for the city. And then basically Monday morning I left with Cameron and Thomas Busby. They are two young men that are at 1027. They go to 1027, but they're also part of a residency program where they are learning to develop their skill sets, their knowledge, and their character for being in ministry, possibly being church planners, for sure living a missional lifestyle. And we got to be in St. Louis, or not St. Louis, that's where I was the week before, so you can see I'm kind of rambling. But we got to be in New Orleans, and we were in New Orleans, and we drove Monday, 8-hour drive. We had dinner with some great friends, a guy by the name of Parker Pierce, who's down at New Orleans Seminary, a guy named Michael Wong, who's down there, is a friend of Cameron's, a friend of mine. We got to go to some great places, eat some great food. Tuesday, we had the privilege to be in Dr. Jack Allen's church planning class at New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary. Dr. Jack Allen is the Nehemiah professor, and he equips and trains and teaches and lives and breathes and is all about church planning. Thank you, Dr. Allen, for letting us be in your class and lead it, and hopefully we didn't do too much damage. And so that's good. It was amazing, great guys in his class. Got to spend some time on campus, and then actually facilitated a booth that day, almost kind of like a, I don't know, like a conference booth, kind of a display booth, where I got to interact with several students from New Orleans Seminary about church planting. And then basically Wednesday drove all the way back, although Tuesday night I did get to go to dinner with a guy that's praying about coming to the city of Atlanta to be a church planter with his wife, so I want to pray for him and his wife and his daughter. And then later that night got to spend some time with some friends there again, Parker Pierce, Michael Wong, and then Chase and his wife Megan. And I didn't know that Chase was at New Orleans Seminary, so that was really awesome. Wednesday came back, drove back, and actually even got to stop for lunch, and got to spend about an hour at lunch with my cousin Rhonda De Benedetto in Mobile, Alabama, and what a godly man, and he really blessed and encouraged Cameron and Thomas and I. So lots going on. My son heads out of town tomorrow for a soccer tournament in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm getting to do some work with a good friend of mine, Dr. An Van Pham, teaching some Asian pastors about church planting. And on top of all that, 1027 is 4 years old this Sunday, and we're having a birthday party, a picnic in the park after church, and so really excited, and we're just really excited about what God's done, God is doing, and even though we're saying happy birthday 1027, what we're really saying is, God, thanks for your faithfulness. You're the best. So that was it. Kind of some rambling, a lot of loose ends maybe. Oh, by the way, in case you're interested, there's a 1027, I guess a Happy Birthday 1027 church, kind of like, if you will, a temporary web page up. It's up through Blogspot, but it's Happy Birthday 1027church.blogspot.com, and you can go there and you can check out pictures and stories and things, and there'll be a bunch of stuff added hopefully in the next couple of days, and we'll probably add some stuff even after Sunday. So man, God's the best. Living in the city of Atlanta is amazing, and I'm just so excited to get to be a church planner and help church planners. So talk to you soon. Have a good night.